Okay, here's one of the first videos for replacing a timing belt on a 2.5 liter dual overhead cam Subaru motor. First most important thing is you have to rotate the crankshaft using a 22mm socket until all the timing marks have lined up. You can see them down there. I've labeled them in white. On the intake there's a single and a dual. They're 180 degrees apart from each other. And on the exhaust, they're 90 degrees apart from each other. You can see that the two dual marks face each other, and the single faces up on the intake. Same over here. Two duals face each other, the single faces up on the intake, and there's another single mark down there at 90 degrees that always face the 3 or 9 o'clock positions, depending on what side of the motor you're on. Now, what this means, when everything is timed up, the pistons have recessed into the cylinder so that there's no way you can strike piston to valve when you're rotating the camshafts if they happen to spin while you're removing the timing belt, whatever. But that doesn't mean that the camshafts can't contact each other, so you got to be careful. The next step here is removing the harmonic balancer. You see I already have my trusty homemade crank holder tool there. I also understand that you can get through it through the bell housing. So what you do here is you put your 22mm on there, hold that bar, and just give it a snap, and it'll come real loose. You pull your holder tool out, you spin off the rest of the way, the crank bolt, 22mm bolt the rest of the way. Sometimes it's a little stubborn because they are in there and they've been in there for however many hundreds of thousands of miles, if that applies to you. Then you just grab your harmonic balancer, give it a little wiggle. I'm going to have to put down the camera for this guy. And she pops right off. Now you can see in there's the snout of the crankshaft. Get some light on that for you. See the snout of the crankshaft? Now you have to remove these several bolts and get to the third timing cover. I'll see you after that.